Ever wonder what tech leaders would say if they had no prep and no redos?
Welcome to Humans of Tech. I'm Caroline.
And I'm Kelly. We're keeping humans at the center of technology through quick, authentic conversations with people shaping the industry.
Got three rules: no prep, no editing, and one live random question our guest never sees coming. For everyone listening, I feel like we definitely need to share that the last 2 minutes we've spent complaining about our lives.
Yes.
It always sounds so upbeat on this, but like we are also real people.
Oh, yes. We are running a million miles a minute. And I just think it goes to show I get excited for this. This is the break in my day. And when we record these, we get so excited. And I feel like it does energize me for the rest of the day after we record.
Yes, you're right. It does take energy though, because to have
Yes.
a real conversation, you have to all the things. You have to be present, you have to
Right.
care, you have to all of
You
that
have to
stuff.
listen, you have to ask the questions. I mean, we have a random one, but we have to, get ready to engage with some really awesome industry leaders.
Yeah. So actually, speaking of that, it's a perfect segue. So we have Tim Galuzzi who's coming.
Oh,
He
awesome.
is the CIO of Nevada.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas. I wonder if he goes to Vegas often. I wonder what it's like to live in Nevada.
Gotta
But
secure that city for sure.
I know he's super involved. He's like on the board for NASCIO. I don't know if
Yeah,
have you ever been to NASCIO? It's a great event if
I
you're
haven't. It's the National Association of um, CIOs. No.
CIOs. You got some great people on that
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm pumped for him to hop on. I don't think I've ever talked to him in person. We're connected via this like weird world of LinkedIn.
I love it. And that's how we meet some of the best people.
Oh,
From coast to coast. I mean, it's so interesting because, I'm in Tampa, Caroline's in Hoboken. And so it's so great to be able to kind of spread humans of tech across the country just through a platform that we um, believe in, honestly. I mean, we love LinkedIn.
remember when we had someone in Europe? Didn't we have two people join
Yes.
from
Yes.
that was a difficult scheduling process.
Yeah, it was dark over there while it was light here. So yeah, I mean, not only coast to coast, but globally.
Yeah.
It's been great. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of random question we pull out for Tim here.
I know. I was kind of looking through some of the previous ones and I was like, ooh, hello.
Hi, Tim.
Tim,
Oh,
that
Morning.
was a snazzy suit.
yeah.
Thanks. It's summertime, so
There
I'd go
you
with something
go.
light and linen.
So in New Jersey, it feels like it's way into fall. It is
Oh,
cold.
really?
I don't know what happened. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. School is in session now. I believe all the major school districts in Nevada are now in school. My kids just started school this week, so um,
How many
we're
do you have?
uh,
One?
we we have two,
Yeah.
a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. So
Ooh.
very exciting times
What
in
is that?
Galuzzi household.
Third and fifth?
Ooh, fifth and first.
Tips in
Fifth
first.
and first.
Yes, my 6-year-old, she just turns 7 like next week. So I'm fudging my numbers a little bit.
Is that the same school? Because for me, elementary was K through 5, but I feel like they've changed it.
Yep, it's K through 5
Okay.
at our elementary school. So they
So
get to
they're in the
share
same
the
school
same
together.
school. Yep,
Hmm.
for at least one year they get to share the same school. So they get to walk to school together.
Oh, that's so special.
Yeah.
Tim, I've gotten to a point where I will no longer schedule meetings between now and Labor Day because my daughter doesn't go in until the day after Labor Day.
Oh, nice.
Like the final hour where I'm like, I can't handle much more. The day I drop her off at school, my calendar is totally booked. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be able to breathe.
Yep, I definitely took a day of annual leave for the first day of school just so I can be my wife's emotional support human.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm starting to
Right.
see all the videos popped up that are like, oh, kids are back off, parents are alive again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us on. Before we do our formal question, we did want to know how often
Yeah.
you go to Vegas.
Yes.
I try to get down there at least every month. Sometimes, unfortunately, work gets busy, so it's every other month. But I do have a team of approximately 30 folks down there, so I try to visit as often as I can.
So you
Just a
have
work trip, a work.
Yes.
No, that's awesome.
So, Tim, I don't, we've already, before you got here, we kind of already introduced you. So, unless you have anything else to say, I'm not sure if you are familiar with our format, but we're just going to ask you a random personal question. And what we love is just your candid personal answer.
I'm
Yeah.
here for it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kelly,
Well, before I pull the random question, why did you say yes to coming on? I'm just curious as far as like, we've never met, and then you've never met Caroline, so I'm just curious on kind of how your time is.
No, I think it's important I just love the concept of humans of tech because especially in government, right? Because in government, everybody kind of imagines government as this massive bureaucratic machine that is totally displaced from the human condition, and it lacks empathy. And your guys' podcast concept of just really breaking through that and really understanding the human nature behind who's making the decisions on IT policy and the technology that we all deal with really resonated with me. So I think it really combines how I feel about the human nature behind technology and behind government. So
I love it.
that's why I kind of wanted to jump
Awesome.
on board.
I love this.
Great. Yeah, and I feel like that's what like it's not related these aren't tech questions, so it's really easy to relate to a lot of them, which I we love. Okay, so
Drum roll, please.
drum roll. Ooh. How do you approach continuous growth both personally and professionally?
Ooh, that's a really good one. I think one of the things that kind of draws technologists to the field that we're in is that desire to embrace lifelong learning. And I think that is just an innate piece of who we are. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly reading. I'm constantly surrounding myself by people who are experts in their field and hopefully know more than I do. And so that's really how I approach it. I have this natural curiosity, and I kind of want to pick people's brains, and I want to be challenged. I want people to challenge my perception on things and challenge me to be a better leader, a better technologist, a better husband, a better father, right? And I think that it kind of makes sense that I've had the career path that I have and that I have kind of landed in the technology space because really what I've been doing without even realizing it is really the concept of that like an iterative self-improvement, right? Kind of every every opportunity that I've had to um, learn more and challenge myself. And every time I feel like I'm getting comfortable, something new happens. The market changes, new technology hits, and it introduces a new challenge for me. And that's really what has excited me and has driven me to um, embrace that challenge. So that's really um, I have um, how I have done this. It's really looking for those opportunities to be creative. I'm still a technologist at heart. My team um, they still allow me some opportunities to be creative. And so I still get to build every once in a while and tinker every once in a while. So I think having that outlet is incredibly important. So uh, yeah, it's just embracing being a lifelong learner. keep reading, keep challenging yourself.
I love that you talk about technologists being drawn to technology because you have to learn consistently because it's true. I think it's one of the
Yeah.
few industries, right, that changes so fast that you have to learn how to use something different or look at it in a different way because if not, it just becomes obsolete so quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the last thing you can do is stagnate.
As
Yeah.
they say, like just continuous training. And it is like, it also is like that human side, the psychological side, that constant like learning people and how we're adapting to agentic AI and versus humans versus like all these different things is exactly like, that's a good point, Caroline. I don't know if there's another field that really ch is
Oh,
changing as much as
come on.
this is.
Lawyers are looking at laws done
Right.
ages ago.
Yeah. Right.
The other thing that kind of came to mind is it's like from a personal perspective, I feel over the last few years, I've become a lot more self-aware. And it's interesting to then tack on being a lifelong learner when you become hyper aware of your own surroundings and like what's happening. So I've noticed this shift of you go through a challenge or you go through a learning curve, but you analyze it once it's over. And now it's almost like in the same process, as
Yeah.
it's happening, walking out of a scenario being like, ugh, I'm really uncomfortable right now. Why am I uncomfortable? Okay, because this is happening and that's happening. It's like a little tiring, but
Yeah.
it's interesting to like speed up the process because you're in it simultaneously versus learning after.
Right. And those feelings of being uncomfortable, I think when we are growing in our careers, we first attribute those feelings of being uncomfortable to imposter syndrome,
Mhm.
right? That, I'm not good enough. We're waiting for the shoe to drop and people to find us out for not being adequate enough. But that's those feelings of being uncomfortable. And really, it's us learning to embrace the challenges of the new role and embracing those opportunities to learn more. And I think being able to, with experience, understanding that, those aren't feelings of imposter syndrome. Those are opportunities. Those are opportunities to learn more. Opportunities to surround yourself with expertise and to learn from others. So that should be an opportunity to be excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
That's
you do you push this down to your teams? How do you encourage your teams to keep that?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I've really embraced in our organization is a environment of professional development. One of the things that we are terrible at in large technology organizations is we generally reward incredible individual contributors with supervisor or manager roles without giving them the tools to be successful as supervisors or managers. So we set up a leadership academy to really teach those skills on how to be a supervisor or manager, right? Because it's a different skill set than being a amazing individual contributor, being an amazing technologist. We also have kind of a informal book club where we'll figure out what's the next book that we're all reading, and we'll go out and procure that book and share it with everybody else. And we'll have conversations about, what are the lessons, what are the takeaways from that book. And so it's really just embracing that concept of lifelong learning and taking that step away from just being technologists and how can we be good leaders, how can we be good mentors, how can we be good humans.
mhm.
I love that. Is there any book that you'd recommend or
Yeah.
that you want to share out there? Either being a better father. I love that you said that. Being a better husband, being a better father, being a
Yeah.
better leader.
One of the books that the team is working on right now is Begin with We. It's
Ooh.
it
I
is
know
10
that.
principles for building and sustaining a culture of excellence. It is, and these principles are relatively basic principles, but it really focuses on basic principles of uh, you know building a better team, of focusing on integrity. For instance, the first we that it focuses on is we do the right things always. And regardless of how difficult the decision might be, we always just do the right thing. And it really just breaks down basic leadership fundamentals in a way that's easily consumable, and easily repeatable, and that's incredibly important for an organization. So
Putting that down. We have a
we've
book
been working on
club,
this. Yep.
and I might have to make that as a next recommendation. If not, I'm gonna just go buy it for my trip next week out of country. I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
I love that.
So based on what I heard, you embrace learning from every aspect, whether you're learning from the people directly with you or via a book, you seek it
Yeah,
out, but you're also creating an environment for other people to do the same.
absolutely.
I love that.
And it there's mentors come in all shapes, sizes, etc. Right? I my deputies, were both my former mentors. And, it's an environment where, we trust each other, we respect each other. They were both my former supervisors at one point, and now we have a different team dynamic. But it's it's the culture that we've built, the team that we've built that makes that work. And it's a very unique organization. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, great. Well, Tim, we're about
Yes.
to turn off the recording. Hang tight for a second, but thank you
Yeah.
for joining us and
Thank
having
you so
this
much.
Thank you.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Humans of Tech.
Subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, or LinkedIn and join the conversation.
Oh, and don't forget, you can now shop our store. Check the link on the show notes.